Oh, we'll certainly give it our best shot, sir. Okay. Bye. Good morning, folks.
Hi, Walt.
Hey, Walt.
That was our chairman of the board.
Mr. Dowling? Growling, Dowling?
That's him. With some good news and some bad news for us. The good news is all the time we spent last week going over Jane's ideas for the new line of toys and Alex's profit projections turns out to be very useful.
Why do I get the feeling we're about to hear the bad news?
I just found out that the board wants to see presentations from each of the 4 product divisions, including us, this afternoon.
This afternoon?
Yes, this afternoon. Now, let's remember here, Pruitt's Law, panic is pointless. Besides, you've already done all the analysis the board needs to hear. Jane's got the prototype drawings and the focus group results. And Alex has the financial analysis to back Jane up.
Yes, but...
So all you gotta do is distill what you've already told me into 5 minutes each and present it to the board at 4 o'clock today. Now, look, I gotta go. So we'll meet back here at noon, and you'll show me what you're gonna show them later. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
When the going gets tough, the tough recycle. There should be some way I can update these files from last week and use them for the board. Let's see if they look as good as I remember them. Not bad. With a little polish, this could be just the ticket. What am I missing? Oh, of course. I need a presentation backdrop file, so all of these graphics will have the same professional look. Better, but it's still mostly words. I need to show them visually how great these toys are. Maybe that prototype drawing from R&D. Perfect. What else? What else? How about an arrow? Now, let's make it clear we're talking about profits here, so Mr. Dowling will pay attention. Much better. Now, to print this out and see what I've got.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, Nance. Did I tell you that I've got another meeting with Walt today at 12 o'clock and a board presentation at 4?
Yes, you did. Do you want me to clear your calendar?
Nope, not necessary. What I need you to do is, I'm about to send my presentation files to the color printer. There's 5 of them. Can you do me a favor and pick them up when they're done and leave them on my desk with the black and white handouts?
Okay, you got it.
Great, thanks.
Alex,
Yeah, Nance?
is there anything I can do to help with your board presentation?
Well, let's see. You could tell me why I have component costs for 88 and 89 and none from last year. You can find out who stole my market research on model train bars and go steal it back. And if you really want to help, you can take my place when we present to the board.
I take it this is turning into a bad day?
Don't ask. There is something you can do, though.
Yes.
I've got a stack of reports here I need duplicated. I'll need, let's see, 3 by noon and another 6 for the board meeting at 4 o'clock.
Sure, glad to. How many originals do you think there are?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 100 altogether? Different sizes? Hey, did I tell you I need to cancel everything else I had planned for today?
I've already cleared your calendar. And mine.
Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Okay, Jane, what have you got?
I've tried to do what you suggested. Condense all the ideas we gave you last week into a top-line summary for the board. I thought I would show them these color overheads and give them black and white handouts of the exact same material. What we're proposing today is that Galaxy Toys should move aggressively into two categories the company has traditionally stayed away from: model trains and radio-controlled toys. We found a way to use magnetic fields to reduce the friction in model train tracks. This new technology has several advantages. Prototypes of these new toys were held in 5 key cities across the country to give us a cross-section of helicopters, generate higher levels of interest than comparable toys using standard technology. In other words, in short, this is an opportunity for Galaxy to deliver breakthrough products in these categories. Toys our target customers are strongly interested in, toys they're willing to pay top dollar for.
Terrific. You sold me. Alex?
All right. As Jane suggested, there are a number of factors which contribute to the profitability of these new product lines. So let's start with component cost analysis, which is on page 4 of your red binders. Now, impact on our manufacturing operations should be relatively minimal, assuming normal product flow from the other 3 divisions. Now, those numbers are on page 16 and 17 of your black binders. Taking a look at cash flow projections resulting from different pricing and quantity scenarios, you'll see here about halfway down your spreadsheet marked traincash.wk3, which goes back to the growth rate forecast we saw in the market research results. That's the blue binder at the bottom of your stack.
Alex, slow down a minute, will you? I mean, on a good day, Jane and I might have the patience to go through all of this. But the board of directors, they've been listening to presentations all day. Now, they have short attention spans and even shorter tempers. And if you don't get to the point when you present to Mr. Dowling, he'll show you how he got his nickname.
But I've got all the evidence to make our case right here.
I know you do. You showed us last week. But right now, your points are lost in a sea of details. You've got to isolate the key messages you want them to walk away with, and then reinforce those messages so they can't possibly miss them. Jane, maybe you can help him with this. Look, I'm counting on both of you to sharpen this up by 4 o'clock this afternoon, or else we'll all be designing dump trucks. Hey, look, I gotta go.
4 o'clock sounds like an impossible deadline.
Don't worry, it'll be easy. Okay. I want you to write down 5 key points that you want me, your audience, to understand about magnetic trains and radiocopters. You have 60 seconds.
It can't be reduced to 5 points.
It has to, and you're down to 55 seconds. Just do it.
All right. Okay, let's see. Well, the growth rate we forecast for both of these categories is much higher than that of other toys.
Good.
If we bring them to market before anybody else, we have tremendous competitive advantages. The components would increase Galaxy's profitability by 25%.
Attaboy. Now we turn those ideas into a presentation that'll dazzle the board. Alex, meet Freelance Graphics for DOS.
What kind of software is this?
It's graphics software that lets you create all kinds of presentation visuals, word charts, data charts, and business diagrams. It's quick, it's easy, and it's exactly what we need to get from where we are now to where you need to be for the board.
When did you start using this?
The guys in R&D showed it to me first. They told me it had won all sorts of awards, so I started looking into it. Turned out that out of all the DOS-based graphics software I looked at, Freelance was the only one that had things I wanted, like a graphical WYSIWYG environment and smart features.
Okay. What's a smart feature?
There are a whole bunch of features that automate the process of turning your ideas into presentation visuals.
Ah, automation sounds fast. Sounds like what I need.
Here's an overview of the program. Charts and Drawings is a workspace where you create or edit.
Charts and drawings.
Good. Portfolio is where you plan and organize a presentation. We'll go back to it in a minute. Screen Show lets you display an entire presentation on your PC monitor. Device and font setup is what the name suggests. Help is what I'm giving you. And quit is what we're not going to do until you're ready to present. We'll start in portfolio, which is tailor-made for somebody who has a bunch of ideas and needs to turn them into a presentation. Think of it as a home base. You organize your ideas here, then launch into the individual graphics you want to create, then come back to portfolio to work on the big picture. This is a portfolio view of the graphics I just showed you in Walt. We're going to add your graphics to mine and make them all part of one presentation. Okay, let's see. Forecasted growth rate, competitive advantages, component costs, manufacturing impact, and projected profitability.
That's all well and good, but where are my visuals going to come from?
You're already on your way. See, for each topic you want to cover, Freelance Graphics prompts you to supply a graphic file that visually supports that thought. Let's take a look at the graphic we need to create for your first topic.
Say, where'd the good-looking background come from?
It's called a presentation backdrop. This one was taken from the 90 backdrops that come with Freelance Graphics. All I did was add our company logo. You select the one you want, and all your images automatically get the same professional look. In this case, you inherited the backdrop I chose when we added your topics to mine in portfolio. Okay with you?
Sure. Say, is that a smart feature?
Good guess. Now, how do we illustrate your point that magnetic trains and radiocopters are going to grow faster than Galaxy Toy's boring product lines?
Well, I've got the market research forecasts, but they're not especially visual.
Understatement of the day. You need a chart. Tell me, what format are those numbers in? Spreadsheet?
Yeah, they're in 1, 2, 3 on this diskette.
Excellent. Let's go into the chart gallery. It'll give us a jump start on creating the chart we need to drive your point home. Each of these sample charts is professionally designed, so no matter what style we choose, we're guaranteed our finished chart will look good.
Another smart feature?
You're learning fast. Which of these do you think would be best? An area chart? Bar chart? Or what about a 3D bar?
The 3D would be perfect.
Okay, now we replace the sample data in the chart with your spreadsheet data.
Do I have to rekey the whole spreadsheet?
Of course not. You data link it. That means you create a link between your data and your chart so that whenever the data changes, the chart automatically gets updated. What's even better, when you're choosing the data you want to include in a chart, you can view your spreadsheet without ever leaving Freelance.
How does that work?
Like this. You can either press the space bar on one of these blanks, which gives you a list of the available named ranges in your spreadsheet, or you can press F6 to actually view the spreadsheet itself.
Pretty impressive.
Just tell me which ranges you want to include in your 3D bar chart, and we'll be home free on this one.
Okay, I think we should include those two. That's it?
For today, that's it. Any other day, you could take the time to customize your chart with hundreds of style options. But let's take a look at our craftsmanship here.
Hey, that is one good-looking chart.
It'll look just as sharp when we print it out as a color overhead.
How can you be sure?
Remember what I said about a WYSIWYG environment? Freelance shows you on screen the actual fonts and colors you're working with, so you can know what the output will look like before you print.
It's handy. But well, what if I want to make some black and white handouts like yours?
Simple. You just switch the output device, and there's your graphic as it would print in black and white. A couple of your other topics are basically all text, right?
Yeah, these two.
Then we'll use a shortcut here.
Grandview LT? What's this?
It's a companion program that comes with Freelance Graphics. Lets you create text charts by filling in an outline. You just type into this outline the words you want to see in your presentation. Tell me, what are the supporting points for these two?
Better product design, improved toy performance, more features than competitive products.
Okay, now from here, the outliner will spell check our text if we want and automatically export it to Freelance Graphics where it becomes text charts. What do you think?
Terrific. This is starting to look like we know what we're doing.
That was the idea. Okay, we're in the home stretch now. What was your next topic?
Manufacturing impact, and I've got an idea. Is there any way we could take the standard company diagram of our manufacturing process and modify it to show how trains and helicopters would fit in?
Sure. R&D did that diagram in Freelance, and I've got it on my hard disk here. Hang on a second. What do you want to add?
Well, I thought maybe we could put a couple of arrows over there and maybe just a little text down here so you're describing. Could you put maybe a couple of arrows in over there indicating that section? And a section of text, something in regards to the manufacturing process not being disrupted.
Okay. And that about wraps up the graphics portion of the Alex Dunleavy Show. Let's print this out.
Oh, no, hey, wait a minute. Can I use the mouse? I've got a great idea for improving the magnetic train symbol.
Not so fast. Let's print these out first so we know you've got something to show the board. Then you can make like Picasso with the mouse, and I can go to lunch.
There's all kinds of things here I want to try. Different colors, typefaces, some new symbols. Jane, you're not going to need your PC for a while, are you?
It's all yours. Oh, and Alex, if you run into any problems, there's a built-in tutorial called Smart Start that should help you out.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm feeling pretty smart already.
Now, I'd like to turn it over to Alex Dunleavy, who will discuss the impact of these products on revenue and profitability. Alex?
Thank you, Jane. From a financial perspective, here is the bottom line on the new categories we've proposed. These products offer Galaxy Toy more opportunity for incremental revenue and profit than any other product we could make next year. Now let's look at 5 key factors. Our forecasts show that unit sales in both of these categories, toy, will capitalize on some important competitive advantages, including better product design, sharp feature differentiation, excess capacity for the kind of assembly that these toys require. So, adding trains and helicopters to the production cycle not only wouldn't disrupt production, we can conservatively project that these 2 new categories of toys will increase Galaxy's net profits over the next 3 years by 25%. Are there any questions?
Do you suppose you could provide one of those magnetic train sets for the board so that we might inspect it at our leisure?
I'll see to it right away, sir.
Nice work, both of you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
No question in my mind, we've got the inside track. But I gotta ask you, Alex, how did you go from what you had this morning to the presentation I just saw?
Well, I owe it all to my next-door neighbor here.
Me? All I did was introduce you to Freelance Graphics.
Well, thanks to Jane and her Freelance Graphics, I realized today that the smart way to make a point can also be the easy way.
Come on, dinner's on me.
Great.
Thanks.